Yes! No! Checkmate.
Welcome everyone to the Free Game Podcast. We're back with another free game chat. I'm here with Holden.
Hello and welcome back to the Free Game Podcast. We're here with another free game chat.
Your one-stop shop for all things budget gaming.
Thank you.
I'm trying to be like faster, like that one time when I had those Skittles.
Yeah.
We haven't done a free game chat since we did one with Isaac, and that was a long time ago. He's the engineer of computers.
Yeah.
And then before that, we did free game chat too, obviously, and that was so long ago, dude.
Really?
I mean, it's definitely been months at least, right? Like maybe 3-4 months since we've just had a free game chat with you and I.
Jeez.
Because we recorded that one with Isaac like a month before it came out.
Sorry, that was really loud probably. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gave you the loud chair for today.
It's fine. Yeah, I always sit in this chair, dude.
I know.
Yeah, I think that the episode with Isaac was super, super fun. But it was a little bit more structured than our free game chats normally are. Because he had like that man had a plan.
He had a plan. He had a vision.
Yeah, and also
he
that
had
episode,
resources. People
seem to really like that episode. So thanks y'all
thanks everybody
for pitching in and listening to it. I don't have any set plans for this episode. I got some things in my brain. I got some experiences that I've gone through that we could talk about. Yeah. But I think that you kind of have an outline. So why don't you kick us off with just something?
That outline is a generous word for it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to start out by asking you what you've been playing recently.
So, I gotta think. So I played some Smash recently. That was pretty fun.
Which one?
Ultimate.
Okay. That's the one.
For the Switch.
Dude, how many missed calls do you have?
Oh, this
112?
Well, those are just like, I think they're voicemails that I haven't listened to. Yeah, 111 of them are voicemails.
Goodness, there's got to be some information in there
Dude, I promise you there's not. One of them is from a buddy of mine that I haven't listened to yet. No, I actually did listen to that one, I guess. One of them's from my dad that I can guarantee you there's nothing important in there. Because my dad will call and he doesn't realize that he's calling. Like, he butt dials, and no matter what phone he has, he butt dials. Dude, I don't understand how it works.
Butt dialing in today's day and age is so funny, man.
I know, because it's like, you didn't press the button. Yeah. Like, unless it's against your bare cheek, how did you...
And the phone's on in your pocket.
Yeah,
like,
I don't understand it. So I have, like, 2 from him. I can guarantee you they're just like... because it's in his pocket.
And he's retired.
I got some from Washington, Wisconsin, like all these are just spam. Just spam, dude.
You're
one
like
of them is from my landlord.
Over here,
That's
dude.
probably important.
Oh yeah, check that one out.
Yeah, I will. Something I've been playing lately has been Picross.
Oh yeah, you mentioned this to me, but I don't know what it is. So.
Yeah, we'll probably have an episode where I go into it a little bit more in depth. It's available for Switch Online member or Nintendo Online members on the Nintendo Switch SNES Virtual Console. It's just like a puzzle game and it's super fun. Me and my brother-in-law got pretty obsessed with it a while ago, and then he kind of like carried the flame, and then he just recently told me about a phone version of it. So I've been playing that quite a lot. I've been playing Wordscapes as the doctor ordered. That's been super fun. Yeah. A lot of Snap.
And always.
Then when it comes to console, I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom and Pikmin 3.
Pikmin 3 on
the Switch. Yeah.
Valjean's here also, by the way.
Yeah, he's always
He would have made himself known eventually anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, and we can talk about Pikmin 3 a little bit later in the episode.
Okay.
In this episode, because that was an amazing experience. But
would you want to do an episode on it if you let me borrow it? Well, you probably have the digital version, huh?
I have the physical version, but I'm borrowing it myself. But I might be able to lend it to you. And it's a super short game.
Really?
Yeah, like I beat it in 10 hours.
Kind of like Ed, Ed and Eddie. We don't need to get into that.
Yeah. But yeah, I beat it in a really short amount of time. So I'm sure you could too. I stupidly started it out and started on hard mode. And it got pretty
Bold.
hard. I mean, that's the first time I'd ever played a Pikmin game before.
Oh,
so if you
okay.
just play it on like regular mode, easy mode even, you could just blast through it.
Yeah,
And it's
less than
super
10
fun.
hours, maybe.
Oh, probably.
We'll see.
So yeah, maybe we could talk about it in a more in-depth episode.
Might as well.
But yeah, dude, having a lot of fun in Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I mean, what games have you been playing recently?
Good amount of Marvel Snap. You
Yeah.
and I both made Infinite last season.
Woohoo.
It's a new season now.
Yep.
We're both trying to climb. I dropped a little this morning until I won an 8-cuber.
Rank check. What's your rank at?
You've made it to 80, haven't you?
Yo, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't yet.
Oh, okay.
I knew you had because you won 3 8-cubers back to back.
That was
back.
ridiculous.
That's crazy, dude.
I don't think that's ever happened to me before.
Uh-huh.
It was just like a perfect storm of playing against people that were really incompetent. And I don't know why. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. They were making the biggest mistakes.
I think that happens a ton in like the rank 50s and 60s.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we kind of forgot how much that can happen in rank 70s.
Yeah.
Because in 80s and 90s, it's typically way more serious.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm at 84 right now.
Nice.
So yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's good, dude.
And yeah, dude, how so what other games are you?
Been playing a lot of Bubble Cash.
Nice.
I'm excited to tell you about that one.
Nice.
That game is crazy.
I saw you playing it before we started recording.
Yeah, just threw in a quick game.
Yeah.
I honestly, what else have I been playing, dude? I've been poking around in Polytopia a little bit.
Okay, that's
Want
fun.
to do an episode on that eventually.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't think it worked this way. Like, I didn't think it did, but it saved. Malin and I played this game, like, in the first year of our marriage, like 3-4 years ago, you know?
Okay.
And I didn't think it saved my purchases, but it did. So, like, I can play with all of the extra, like, races that I paid for.
Dude.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, that is pretty important. Like, if you paid for it, you should probably keep that, you know, that data. Yeah, dude, I remember Polytopia was such a fun game when I was in Disney with my brother, just waiting in line forever. We would just pull out Polytopia and...
That's so good, man.
Yeah, it was
That's
super
what it's
fun.
perfect for.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been playing much Tears of the Kingdom or anything else really, dude.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
It's been so busy.
Yeah.
It's always so busy for me, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I get it.
Is
It's
it
because you do laundry during the weekdays.
Yeah, I say I
kidding.
do, but I don't. I don't actually. I
Say-
try to.
Yeah.
And that's
I mean-
all it takes is to waste my time. Yeah, I really want to get back into Tears of the Kingdom. I honestly, I don't know how many hours I even put in when I was like playing it more when it first came out. Because we want to do more episodes on it because it's a crazy awesome game.
Yeah, it is a really, really good game.
So there's that. But yeah, honestly, haven't been playing very much of anything really.
So
that's good.
Something I wanted to ask you, and it's, you know, it's kind of weird how Marvel Snap just always kind of like leaks into every one of our episodes.
Yeah, it does.
But how does climbing like on ladder feel now that you've been infinite before?
Oh yeah, dude, so much better.
Yeah.
Like there's no doubt that I'll make it again. So the pressure's kind of off.
Yeah.
And it's more enjoyable. That might be because we're in the or at least we were in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Again, so it's like a lot less stressful in 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
We'll see what it's like when I get to 90 and stuff, but for now it's like it's pretty casual, man. Like I just know I can get on and climb a little bit every once in a while, and it's almost been a week since the new season, but I haven't been able to play much.
Yeah.
But it is different. It feels different. One thing about Snap is we talked about this in the episode, I think, but like now that Proving Grounds is out on Conquest mode, which is just a no stakes, unranked version of Marvel Snap, it's like that was a lot of the reason I wanted to get to Infinite was to just have no drawback to losing. Like, you can climb beyond infinite, but you can't fall back down below 100 once you hit that rank.
Yeah, so it kind of feels like a proving ground sort of thing where you can play the decks that
you
know,
can
are
play
a little bit more
just ridiculous decks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thanos, Surfer, Destroy, Discard.
Yeah, I feel like this. Yeah, this last season, once I hit infinite, I feel like I didn't use that opportunity quite to its potential because it's almost like I wanted to play a bunch of Thanos decks so that I could start getting better at playing Thanos because I know that he's really good, but it's kind of like, you know, he's kind of got this feeling of like, you know, if I have, you know, if I draw and the only card I can play is Soulstone turn 1, do I play Soulstone turn 1 to draw the card, or do I wait until they have a couple cards down to throw my Soulstone down to really affect them, you know? So like there's little things like that. I've learned now that like if you got Mind Stone, play it turn 1 always.
Oh yeah.
Same with Time Stone. If you have Lockjaw in it, but if you don't have, you know, because Lockjaw's kind of like my guy right now.
Yeah. Everyone's guy right now, I think, man.
I mean, I think he always will be. He's so powerful.
Yeah, it's fun.
And so, yeah, just like trying to figure that out. But then, you know, Thanos isn't exactly the most laid back, crazy, you know,
you
deck.
gotta think when you're playing Thanos deck a little bit.
Yeah, and so, and then after I got into Infinite, I kind of decided to go a little bit sweatier in Conquest mode. Made it very, very not. Yeah, I didn't do well at all.
Well,
of course, Donnie made it to Infinite. He beat the Infinite Conquest.
Yeah, of course.
Which is crazy.
I don't think I ever even got an Infinite ticket. The thing is, like, the meta right now, the decks that are good are just so good that you only play against those in the higher levels of Conquest, and it's just not fun.
Yeah.
So I didn't try that hard.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that like Proving Grounds in Silver, I definitely was able to get the variant just by playing Proving Grounds in Silver last season.
Right. Now there's 2 variants this one.
Really?
Yeah, in the metal shop. It's not unlocked yet.
But... I meant the Green Goblin variant.
Oh,
like I was able to make
one.
9 purchases.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, okay. And then so I don't think that it's necessary to try and like, you know, get all the way to Infinite unless you really want that Infinite avatar, which I don't think is worth it.
Do you know if you can like does it just make that avatar infinite?
Yeah, just that avatar.
So
whatever avatar you went in with, you'll get that infinitized.
Okay, well.
So you can try and get multiple different ones. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I should I think I mostly use Lockjaw avatar, but recently I've been doing the Flaviano Infinite one. Anyway, that doesn't matter. We should probably stop talking about Marvel Snap.
So what are some games, do you know of any games that are coming out that are interesting you, like that you might want to buy, or any games that you might just want to buy in general?
The only newer games on my mind, they might already be out, I honestly don't know, are from the Nintendo Direct in February. Like that one co-op one that's black and white. I don't remember what it's called.
Oh, Blanc.
Blanc. Yeah.
I don't actually know if Blanc is out yet. Let me look it up.
And then we still need to play that foosball one or whatever it is.
Yeah, dude, I'm having such a hard time finding it.
Really?
Yeah, like I mean, I could just go back and listen to our Nintendo Direct episode and I'll know exactly what it's called. But like, if you look up air hockey, like battle game, it's just air hockey games. And it's like, no, dude, I'm talking about a different game, man. All right, what am I? Oh yeah, Blanc game.
And then Pikmin 4 looked really good from that Direct.
Oh yeah, dude. It came out. Blanc came out, so we need to play that.
It came out that month
in February. Yeah,
so yeah, we do.
We definitely need to play that. It's 35% off on Steam.
Ooh, that extra 5%.
Yeah, I don't play on Steam.
So I guess we should
it's
also
only
say
$15, dude.
Really?
Yeah, on the Switch, it's only $15.
And we got paid today. Anyway, that doesn't matter.
We might get that.
I guess we should say we're recording this. What is the date? What is today's date?
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. It's the 7th.
It's the 7th. This will come out on the it'll come out at the end of this month. Yeah, it's the 7th of July. It'll come out on the 26th of July.
Okay.
So in case anything crazy happens between now and then.
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't think it would, but
it almost always does.
It do.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like, and those games I do want eventually, but they're not like sitting in the back of my mind. The only other game I can think of that I do want to get is Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Because actually, Donnie was our first repeat guest, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Old Donnie from the podcast. He really wants us to get Elden Ring.
Yeah.
And what is on his paw? Oh, is that just his claw?
Yeah.
It's all black.
Yep.
Yeah. Good.
Yep.
Good. Sorry about that, everyone.
Yeah, I also want to get Elden Ring. But yeah, I don't know, dude. It's just with just life, you know. Also, I don't think that I've mentioned this on the podcast. We kind of teased it a little bit, but I'm gonna have a kid.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.
That's a pretty big announcement.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know you were ready to announce it on the podcast.
Oh yeah, Sarah's in her in the end of her second trimester.
Yeah.
So she's fine. And the baby's gonna be fine.
That was what episode was that? The second Breath of the Wild episode at the end.
Yeah,
that was live when you guys announced it to me by showing me the ultrasound
photo,
and we didn't explain it at all.
Yeah, no.
I wonder if anyone remembers that. Probably.
I mean, I think that they might be like, "Oh, okay, that's cool."
Yeah, cool.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's a big deal, though, man.
I'm gonna be a dad, so that's crazy.
That's crazy.
And you know, people don't know my age, but they know that I'm young.
But they do.
And so, you know...
Yeah, you're going to be a young father.
Yeah, and it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited for it. But yeah, with that, having, you know, a baby...
On the way, yeah.
Elden Ring is one of those games where it just, from what I've heard, it sucks you in like crazy. And so, I don't know if it would be the most conducive for a new father. I might need to start kind of getting into games that are a lot more like pick up and play, put down sort of games. That's why I like Pikmin so much, because it was like that.
Really?
Yeah, but it took all of my focus. So like I would be playing it, I would have to like tell Sarah, like after a while, because I didn't recognize it at first, but after a while I started having to tell Sarah like, I'm going to play this level. I will not be able to understand anything you're telling me.
Yeah, you need
because I'm going to be very focused.
If she needs you, she needs to hit you upside the head.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Or like say like, hey, this is really important, and then I'll be, okay, I'll pause it. You know, but like I can't talk and do it at the same time. And so
is that because it's kind of challenging?
It's not challenging. It's timed. It's a timed game. Oh. And so it's real time strategy. And so you're a little dude. And you have all these little, like, alien plants that follow you around all over the place. And you throw them to attack monsters. And, oh, that's embarrassing. You throw them to attack monsters. And there's, like, different colors of Pikmin that do special things. And then, like, the day is just slowly, like, ticking down. And then by the end of the day, if you don't get all of your Pikmin back to this little area, whichever ones aren't in that safe zone will just die.
Wow.
So you have to like, because you want to spread them out all over the map so that you can be doing things efficiently, because there's a lot of different objectives and stuff, but you also want to like make sure that you know where they're all at, because there are some times when, you know, the day's up and you're like, oh my, I have like 25 Pikmin all the way across the map. And then you have to like, you know, you can call them back. You can like send out like a distress signal, like, hey, come back to the ship. And then they're just like, do you think they'll make it? And then the time's like 10, 9, 8, and you're waiting for them to all come back. So
that's crazy.
It's not super stressful. It's actually a pretty peaceful game.
Right.
But
that aspect,
you're just you're focused. You're like, I am going to do things efficiently, and I want to get back with as big a cushion. But not really, because you want to use your time efficiently. Yeah. You know, so it's really really cool. Interesting. And so yeah, it's not super challenging, I wouldn't say.
Okay.
Except for the final boss, he was pretty rough.
Well, good.
Yeah.
As he should be.
Yeah, honestly.
So I wanted to talk about social media.
Okay.
Because I've been slacking on the social media for the podcast recently, for sure. It's been like I talked about how busy it's been. I literally had back-to-back weddings in the family and a crazy work schedule because we were doing all that application.
Oh yeah, Spring.
Anyway, but I wanted to just talk about social media in general because, like, for example, on Twitter, we have 2 followers. One of them is a promotions thing, and the other one is this like graphic designer who makes logos. So
yeah,
I don't think either,
they're not listening
not related
to the podcast. Yeah, no.
So sometimes posting on Twitter feels kind of like redundant, but that's fine. That's not really, we didn't start to do social media expecting it to be like just a well of listeners or whatever, right? Especially because we're not going to pay to have like the check mark on Twitter or whatever.
No.
But also, like, Elon Musk is kind of like a controversial, polarizing figure a little bit in some ways. But I was kind of excited for him to take over Twitter because it just seemed like he likes free speech and he wanted Twitter to be like less of a shady business, which is cool.
Yeah.
But now he's done this thing where unless you pay, you have even if you pay, you have a limit of how many like tweets you can view in a day.
What?
Yeah. So once the limit's reached, and I haven't reached the limit, I never browse Twitter. But apparently, like, if you don't pay anything, you can see like 400 tweets or something.
That's still a lot of tweets.
It is, but you can do that very quickly.
I've probably not even seen 400 tweets in my life.
Yeah.
I've never had Twitter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But it is like you, because it's just, I think like if you scroll through them, those all count, right? So it's like you're only clicking on 1 out of 10 or whatever to read the comments.
So you're only really seeing like 40.
Yeah. Which I assume. I don't really know. And I think 400 is the number, but like you can then pay a little bit more to see like 800. And then you can pay more to see like 1,200 or something. I think that's how it works. The numbers might be bigger than that, but
is he just trying to like help people not be so?
I think so.
I don't know. I feel like if that's their prerogative, it's their life.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. It's just it's an interesting thing, and like, it's just I just wanted to talk about social media because I was kind of like, I didn't even know if I wanted to make a Twitter for the podcast because I don't like Twitter. And I was like, if I make a Twitter, I have to kind of be on there at least at the bare minimum.
Yeah.
But now like, Twitter's just interesting to talk about. And it's just this weird form of social media that's changing.
Yeah, I think that if we are to talk about this, then you might just have to kind of ask for my opinion on certain things because I don't know anything about social media at all. Yeah. I'm kind of like... In terms of social media wise, I'm pretty off the grid. Like even with the podcast, like I just edit the podcasts.
Right.
I don't deal with the social media stuff just because it's not what I want in my life.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and if you and it's fine because like I am on Facebook, and so is the podcast, but I'm never on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know? But I do use Instagram a lot. I'm always showing you like Instagram memes and reels and stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole reason I have an Instagram. I love that stuff. Yeah. Some people are so funny, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm, and I think that this is pretty interesting. Sometimes I get a little bit of FOMO when it comes to social media, just because there is so much like good content on social media. The only social media, but I don't even know if you'd call it social media. The only like sort of thing like that I do partake in is YouTube. But even YouTube is pretty hard to, because it's more long form content, and I'm cool with that. Because I don't like the direction that basically all media is going in right now. Where, dude, he just scratched his ear and is now licking his toes that he scratched in his ear.
He's going the whole 9 yards here on my lap.
Oh, yeah, dude. We're talking about Valjean. It would be weird if it was anybody else. Yeah, not Donnie. But I don't really like the the form, I guess, the form factor that media is taking right now, where
Like
it's just
how it's
like
all just
short,
shorter and shorter.
it's shorter and shorter and shorter,
Yeah.
and it's like our attention span is just getting shorter and shorter.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I don't do YouTube Shorts.
Oh, really?
I just get stuck, dude.
Yeah, I get stuck too.
And so
But I do them.
Yeah. It's the same with TikTok. I used to have TikTok when I was in high school. And that dates me a little bit.
Yeah, a lot.
But it was in my later year. It was like senior year.
Yeah, we know.
But
Hey, buddy.
but yeah, I just remember it. I mean, I wouldn't get sleep because I would just be scrolling on TikTok because there was so much good content on there. It was so funny, and so much clever stuff out there.
So this was post I feel like when TikTok first came out, it was only the awkward dancing and weird stuff. And
dude, that was Musical.ly. That was like, my sister was into Musical.ly before it turned into TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. My sister's been on this for I mean, she
Wow,
was a
that's
little
crazy.
girl, like, posting videos of herself, like,
Dancing and
doing, like, stupid little dances to, like, you know, that song. It's like, they're monsters, how should I feel? You know that song? Yeah, like that stuff,
Crazy,
you know?
dude.
Yeah, like Nightcore. This stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, we'll look at him and just die laughing.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
but yeah.
But then a lot of people started moving to TikTok, so like really good content creators did too.
Yeah, and it just kind of became like Vine 2.0. And I think it's even better than Vine. It's way better than Vine. Because, you know, on Vine, nobody was being monetized. A lot of it was just kind of like the people that were famous on Vine were just people that are in the right time at the right place, or in the right place at the right time. Just like crazy circumstances, and then they kind of just tried to ride this train of insane fame, like all of a sudden. Where on TikTok, I feel like creators are actually able to build themselves up, you know, and you can make AdSense, you can, you know, make money off of being a TikToker. But yeah, I just personally, I can't do it. If I have it on my phone, I'm just going to be on it all day.
Yeah.
And so same with YouTube Shorts. Like I see them like every once in a while, but I have to hit the little X in the top corner because I'm like, I don't want that in my life. I don't want that short term.
That takes some crazy discipline, dude.
Well, you know, when are you gonna,
you're like, are you surprised?
They used to call me Mr. Discipline.
Yeah.
Not really. It's actually surprising that I'm able to do stuff like that because it's so easy to get sucked into that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And so it's just a choice that I made, and, you know, my wife and I made. She doesn't do it either. Because, you know. Yeah.
So neither of you are I know your wife at least has a Facebook. I don't know if she ever uses it.
She doesn't make posts very often at all. Every once in a while, she'll hop on there just to kind of see what's going on, like with my family, her family, just kind of get like a baseline. You know, like I remember she, you know, she'll just get on there and like some good stuff has come out of it. You know, like she, you know, one day was on there and she was like, "Oh, hey, you know, your cousin's going through a really hard time. You should probably, you know, hit him up." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you for, you know, letting me know that."
Right.
Because I'm not on Facebook, you know. So there are good things from it.
So she actually has a healthy relationship with social media.
Yeah. I'd
pretty
say
crazy,
so.
dude.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Well, that's something
good.
that I just really, really wanted to, what's the word? Harbor? Like something that I just wanted to make in our marriage was just like, I want us to have a really healthy relationship with social media. And a lot of that meant not on it at all.
Yeah.
You know, like
For
fasting.
someone like you, just the addictive.
Oh, yeah. Dude, because,
hooked, dude.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah. There's also Reddit. I think I'm not on Reddit as much as I'm on Instagram, but that would be like the technically social media that I'm on, like almost the most.
Yeah.
That was the stupidest way of saying that.
Keep going.
I
have something to say
we
about Reddit.
post stuff on Reddit for the podcast once in a while. We have our own subreddit. But one thing I've noticed about Reddit.
What's the subreddit called?
I think it's just called Free Game Podcast. Let me
r/Free Game Podcast.
Yeah.
Because I would see something. We have a little community here, and we're a pretty small podcast. I mean, can I just say like how many people are like kind of listening right now.
I'll just confirm right while you're looking it up. The Free Game Podcast, r/Free Game Podcast.
Okay, yeah. Thing. We have about an audience size of like 40 people right now. Okay. Which, something that I heard one time is like, you know, a lot of the times when you're talking about numbers of, sorry, little burp, when you're talking about numbers of like people that follow you on Instagram or like just like the audience of the content that you make, mm-hmm. A lot of the times it can feel really small. Mm-hmm. But if you think about like all those people in a room together, it makes things, it kind of changes your perception. Right. Because like imagine us meeting everybody that listens to the podcast. Yeah. 40 different people. I don't even know if I'd remembered or I don't even know if I could remember their names.
I don't know if I've met 40 people in my life.
Yeah, dude, that's a lot of people. But yeah, so you know, we're super proud to have, you know, cultivated this little community. But I would love to hear from you guys. Mm-hmm. You know, I want to know what sort of games you like, things that you like about the podcast, things that you don't like about the podcast. And I know that like a good 50% of our audience is just like, you know, my family members, you know, and just like our immediate family. And mom. So you guys don't need to talk to us, but like, you know, the people that you don't know us personally, I want to get to know you. Yeah. And it's kind of like, you know, it's a good opportunity because, you know, if this podcast does end up being a bit bigger later on, we're not going to have the opportunity to talk to everybody.
That's true.
But like, you know, if you're interested in talking, you know, and like talking about stuff that you like,
suggesting games,
going on r/ you know, Free Game Podcast, being able to just like, hey, I played this super fun game, y'all should try it, and then everybody can just be in this community and we can chip in and talk every once in a while. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to see that sort of stuff.
And we have to say this. It sucks to say every time, but the best way to grow the community is telling other people about it or leaving a review, rating a review, reviewing the podcast. That just puts us into the algorithm of suggesting to other people.
I have noticed that we have I mean it's on there. Anybody could see it. So on Apple Podcast we have like 9 reviews. Mm-hmm. So thank you for everybody that has left a review. That's like super appreciated. Yeah. And then on Spotify we have like 10 5-star reviews.
Okay.
Which is pretty awesome.
That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, thank you all for doing that. I don't know if some of those are double dips.
Maybe. I know one of them is.
Really?
I mean, probably Donnie.
Oh, yeah. So, leaving that review is huge. I don't fully understand it, but it's kind of like the more reviews you have, the more likely Apple Podcast is to recommend our podcast to somebody who might like it. Mm-hmm. Somebody who likes listening to gaming podcasts or whatever. Right. Or just like entertainment in general, they might scroll through and see, hey, recommended Free Game Podcast.
Hey, what's this green controller
our
thing?
Cool little logo, you know?
We just want to grow the free folk fold. Bring people into the free folk fold.
Yeah. Bring some more cheapskates into the mix, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, but seriously, like none of this is to... we're not trying to, what's the word, man? We're not trying to express that, like, you know, we're not satisfied. Like, we're super, super grateful for everybody that listens. This is awesome, you know? It's so fun that we're, you know, trying to start more podcasts. We're, like, always thinking about different podcasts we could do.
We just love doing podcasts.
It's so fun,
and it's crazy. I think this will be, like, episode, I don't know, what was the last one? 35?
Let me check. 34. So this is episode 35. No, wait, this will be like episode 37 or something.
37 or 8.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I mean, we just randomly in like October, we were like, hey, we should actually start this podcast.
Like do it actually.
Yeah, and now we're almost 40 episodes deep.
Yeah.
We're going to be coming up on a year
close to a year, dude.
Yeah. And we just a couple weeks ago we hit a milestone that we should probably mention in the podcast that's going to come out sooner. Yeah. But we'll just talk about it now.
And we'll probably mention it then.
Okay.
In an episode sooner. We'll talk about it both times. Just because it is a really big deal to us.
Yeah.
You know?
1,000 listens.
Yeah.
1,000 total listens.
Yeah.
If it's accurate, which I think it's probably pretty accurate.
Well, it's not, because the podcast is out on Google Podcasts, Stitcher, it's on a bunch of different platforms, and it only counts Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so Apple Podcasts and Spotify make up, I can actually go to our analytics here. I think that this is kind of interesting, just to, because, analytics is pretty interesting. Sorry. So, Apple Podcast is 43% of our listener base. Spotify is 32% of our listener base. So a total of 75% of our listeners are on those two.
Okay.
So the other 25% are
just out and about.
And I don't think that those are accounted for in the total listens.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I don't actually. Maybe.
Just the fact that it's there makes me think maybe it is.
Yeah, maybe it does.
The data is there.
Yeah. Also, we have 7% listeners for Spotify for podcasters, which is Anchor now.
Oh, okay.
And I can guarantee you that's from you and I, previewing episodes and listening to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. I actually have another topic to talk about. We actually just hit 1,000.
Really? 1,001 right there,
I
dude.
just refreshed it.
Wow.
We're at 1,001.
That's crazy.
So that's pretty sick.
Live. Hey, who would have thought, dude?
Yeah, who'd have thunk it? So yeah, thanks you guys
everybody.
So much for that. And I don't know, I feel like it's going to be one of those things where your first 1,000 feels huge.
Yeah.
And then, by the time we record next year, it's, it's just going to, those thousands are going to get shorter and shorter, which is just, it's crazy to think about that sort of stuff, man. It's crazy.
And my mom has 2 phones, and she likes to just have the podcast going all the time on both phones.
No, she doesn't.
I'm so she's about 500 of those.
Yeah. That'd be so sick, dude.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't.
So, yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, a quick pivot here. I wanted to talk about this because I think it's interesting.
Okay.
I'm going golfing for the first time ever today.
You got a good golfer shirt on,
dude.
Man.
Thank you. That's why I wore
really?
This. Yeah, literally.
That's hilarious.
I mean, what else am I? I mean, I gotta dress as a golfer.
Yeah,
You know?
but then when you just absolutely whiff every time,
everyone's gonna be like, "This guy's not a golfer." Yeah.
You got a poser in here.
Yeah. But I'm really excited to go golfing. I'm going with my dad and my brother.
Did you finish your drink, by the way?
I
Sorry
did.
to interrupt.
Yeah.
What were you drinking?
I was drinking Athletic Greens.
Really?
Which I've never had a full serving of Athletic Greens because I'm not willing to spend $100 for a month's supply of Athletic Greens.
Oh, and how do you feel? Normal?
You know what? My stomach doesn't hurt at all.
Okay.
It so doesn't hurt that it's almost weird. Because my stomach hurts almost always.
No matter what you do?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's actually...
Maybe that's good for...
Maybe, I don't know, man. I know that it promotes good gut health.
Maybe it's worth throwing $100 a month.
Dude, probably not.
Probably not, yeah. And they're not a sponsor.
No. I wish they were a sponsor, dude.
Yeah, we'd get
Athletic Greens hit us up, dude.
Yeah,
we got 30 listeners.
We just hit 1,000 listens. Come on.
But
I can't get over the taste, man.
I actually really like it.
I can't. I don't know why. I used to mix it with vanilla protein powder. That was my breakfast. We talked about it in an episode, but yeah, I don't know. I can't get over the taste very, very well.
The taste, I mean, it kind of tastes like if you were to make a smoothie of just spinach and then threw in a little bit of vanilla protein powder.
Okay.
Into it. Because it has a kind of sweet taste. It's nice. I like it.
All right. That's fine.
But back to golf.
Yeah.
Right? Have you gone golfing before?
I've only done 9 holes in one of a course up in anyway, don't need to say where.
Where? It's interesting.
McCall, Idaho.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think it's...
Because if it was Coeur d'Alene, that's one of the best golf...
Oh, really?
Yeah, celebrities go to Coeur d'Alene to play golf all the time.
Yeah, McCall, I think it's a little bit more difficult of a course, but again, I only did 9 holes and we were doing best ball or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot, there's a bunch of different names for that, but... So it wasn't real golf, you know?
Yeah.
But it was really fun, and that course was beautiful. It was in the fall.
Wow.
It was very pretty.
That's awesome, dude.
But dude, I loved it. I was with a group of friends, and we just had a blast. It's so fun, dude.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you today.
Yeah, I'm doing a course in Nampa, so it probably won't be as nice.
You're gonna have to fend off some.
Yeah. but yeah, some wild pigeon with a knife.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing a 9-hole course, and we're just gonna do it twice to get like the 18-hole experience.
That's smart.
Yeah, and so yeah, I'm really excited. I don't know what to expect. I've never even swung a golf club in my life.
I think you'll catch on pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't
know,
mean
maybe
to.
not,
Yeah, I don't know, but like like not trying to toot my own horn or anything like that. But there are just some things in life where I'm just kind of naturally good at it. I don't know why.
Okay.
Like it's like I've never done it before, but I go and try a new thing, and I'm like, wow, I'm really good at this. And then there's some things I'm definitely not.
Mm-hmm. What's something odd that you just randomly were good at?
Ice skating.
Ice skating, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever try ice skating.
Really?
It's too scary.
Like I'm not like doing flips and stuff.
Come on.
I'm not.
Don't be humble.
You see me, I have like I do like a triple sow cow or whatever they call it.
What about rollerblading and roller skating?
I'm not as good at rollerblading.
I tried once and I'm not. It's not for me, man.
I think that it's because I don't know. Do wheels are just they're so much scarier to me than having blades on the ice, because like you can stop yourself so easily with blades on ice. You just turn and you're stopped. But with blades, you have to like hit a wall.
Yeah,
with rollerblades or and also like I don't know, like you can't walk in rollerblades because like if you're on like carpet or something like that in rollerblades, you can still slip out from under you. Yeah. But like with ice skates, if you're not on the ice, you're fine, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I've actually been thinking about buying a pair of roller skates or ice skates that have like the lace ups and everything, because every time that I go, I rent a pair. And they always kill my ankles, dude, because they're the kind that like clamp down on your foot. Oh. And it's like, I don't know if have you ever gone skiing?
Nope.
Okay. Well, like ski boots, if you get a bad pair of ski boots, they'll just destroy your ankles. And so, So I was just pretty naturally adept at ice skating. I have no idea why.
Buy yourself a pair and bring little Tyke out on the ice with you.
Stop. Dude, another thing that I was sorry, hate to be this way, was shooting. I'm pretty good at shooting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But anyway,
like accuracy.
Yeah, accuracy.
Like eagle eye. Kinda.
So my brother has a little. I don't know what they're called. I don't know anything about guns. Okay. I just want to preface that. I know there's a lot of gun nuts out there.
Yeah.
I know nothing. And I'm very ignorant on the topic. And
you're
also,
not ashamed.
I'm not. I don't really care for guns very much. Yeah. It's not my thing. Mm-hmm. But he has a little 22, a little gun, right? And it's
rifle
really fun. Yeah, rifle.
Okay.
It's a little rifle. And it's so fun because it feels so like low stakes.
Yeah.
That we'll go out there. Ammo's pretty cheap. Mm-hmm. And before, when we used to live together, we drank a ton of LaCroix, and we would just save the cans. And we'd take them out to this place called Pickle Butte in Nampa. And we would just set up a bunch of cans on this little firing range, and we would just
pop them.
Super fun.
Yeah,
right?
That's fun, dude. 22 is so fun.
His 22 has this thing.
Oh, the lever action?
Yeah, he has a lever action.
That's cool.
Super fun.
Or is that's lever, right?
I think so. Yeah, Pump action is...
The slide.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
This is lever action. It was that's super fun.
That's fun, man.
And so we had a lot of fun doing that. But yeah, so I'm wondering if golf is going to be something like that, or if I'm just going to be horrible at it.
Yeah, I guess we'll see, dude. It's probably going to be either one of those.
It might be kind of like, remember when we went axe throwing? Uh-huh. Remember how, like, at first I just could not get it? Uh-huh. And then once
you nailed one...
I was just able to just get it from there on.
Fun. I was telling my uncles about that recently, dude. So fun. I want to go.
You should tell that. You should tell that story about our axe throwing experience.
Okay, so for work, they did this team building thing, right? Where the whole department, and you might know some of the other guys in the department, like beyond our team. I don't really.
So there's like literally, I think that there's 2 Toms and a Tim.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So that's all I know.
That's
Actually,
all
I think
know.
that one of the Toms might have left. I don't know, but
Either way, we went. This is back before Donnie worked with us again.
yeah,
He
he missed out on all the cool stuff.
Yeah,
dude.
they took us to axe throwing.
Did he do the race car thing with us, or was that us? The little go-karts?
Dude, I don't think he was there for that.
Jeez,
I
man.
think I would have known. No, he had to. But wasn't that in like the winter? No. No. Okay, yeah, he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Poor Donnie.
Yeah.
Poor guy, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Jeez. I just
so-
feel bad for the guy.
Yeah. He's come up in this episode more than he did in the first episode that he was.
More
a
than when
guest
he was
on.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So axe throwing.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I picked this target. What it is there's usually like 2 targets to a booth. These big wide open booths,
hmm
and you grab an axe, you throw it at the target, and then you go and you grab it and you do it again.
hmm
We went down to like this second room all the way in the back of this place, and I went down to the target at the very end of it.
Yeah. It was
And
so funny because there was like a back room that was pretty small,
Uh-huh.
and then there was like a big open room,
Yeah.
and I don't know if anybody listening is like this, but when you go to a family reunion,
Uh-huh.
you're supposed to talk to all the people that you haven't seen in a really long time,
Uh-huh.
but you almost always stick to your close group of
Yeah,
cousins or
the
whatever, your
cousins who
brothers
you
and
know,
your sisters.
Yeah, your
And
brothers.
you just stick to your little group.
Yeah,
That's what
eventually
we did.
once in a while you say hi to someone.
Yeah.
That's,
And then you kind of realize why you never talk to those people.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, you're not as fun as
Yeah,
people
'cause
that
they're
I
just-
talk to.
pissed drunk and
No.
no,
No,
they're not.
never. But
yeah, I'm like that and across the board in every way, dude.
Yeah,
like
but, like,
anywhere I
our-
go, yeah.
our little
Our
team,
team
which
just went straight to the back room.
straight to the back room, not
Took over.
socializing with anybody,
Yeah,
which is
no
the
one else
point of
came
these
in.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Team building.
yeah, and so we just went all the way to the back, and we had this little room to ourselves,
Uh-huh.
and it was so fun. But
It
go
was so
on.
fun, dude. They had pizza, so we were just eating pizza.
Yep.
Throwing axes, and after a while you could see obviously the targets were each at their own different level of having
Doneness.
been destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's literally just wooden targets, so they get worn down pretty quick when you're throwing axes at them.
Yeah, wooden. The things that are supposed to cut
Yeah,
wood.
yeah.
You're throwing that
Yeah.
at the wood.
Yeah. Cheap wood and cheap axes.
Yeah.
So I don't think mine was very broken when I saw it. But as soon as I got like that first significant chunk,
Yeah, you
that
get like a.
I just watched it fall to the floor. I was like, okay. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to destroy this thing.
Yeah.
So I literally just started. I think there was no one in the target next to me, so I had 2 axes going.
Uh-huh.
At least at some point I did. And I was just throwing it as fast and often as I could. Once in a
Yeah.
while I'd go sip soda and shove some pizza in my mouth. Just healthy.
Dude, this man looked like a freaking pitcher on the mound, dude.
Dude, it
You were
was
like
so
you were
fun.
like extending out and throwing it as
Yeah,
hard as you
I
possibly
could, dude.
and
over
you
and over
and you
over.
weren't even necessarily trying for accuracy
Not at
or even to stick it
not
into
even
the
to hit it, dude.
yeah.
kidding.
But you weren't even trying to stick it into the
No,
wood.
I just
You
wanted
were
maximum
just trying
impact,
to
dude.
destroy.
If I could
your
hit it with the
target.
back of the axe, even better, dude.
Oh yeah, it's like a hammer.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you like dislodge some of the bigger chunks.
Yeah, and
you know?
dude, and by the end there were some. I mean, the whole thing was just on the ground in scraps, dude.
Yeah.
like pretty much, man. There
Yeah.
was not a lot left that was nailed to the, the frame or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think the lady that was running the place at the time, like the only employee there, you
Which
know,
is ridiculous.
she came back to our little area like twice.
Uh-huh.
The first time,
But you were all the way at
I was
the
all
end.
the way at the end. The first time I think she even mentioned, she was like, if it's really broken, like just move to a different target.
And you were like, mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, of course. We all were. But none of us were gonna.
Yeah, no.
Even our anyway. So
What? Say it.
well, Cole was there.
Oh, yeah.
Cole was there for that. So yeah, Donnie wasn't there yet.
Uh-uh.
So then she came back at the very end.
Okay, wait, I have something to say
Okay.
really fast about this. So, it was so funny because, and I won't I won't say this person's name. They know who they are. And I don't actually know if this is, I don't think it's that bad, but, yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. So we're going, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of, I have one board on mine. So like, it's like 2x8s or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little thicker. And they're, like set up as like what would you call that?
Just a big panel.
A big panel, right?
Yeah.
And one of mine, through my coworker and I, kind of like going at it back and forth, like we would take turns going back and forth on it, just from trying to hit bullseyes, because it was on the bullseye panel, like one side of the bullseye panel. Just from trying to hit bullseyes, it got dislodged a little bit, and it was hanging by one of the nails.
Okay.
And so we just started going ham on it,
Yeah.
right? We weren't trying to take the whole thing down, just that one panel.
Just the one,
right?
yeah.
Just the one panel. And so it was really funny because we had like 10 minutes left, 15 minutes left, something like that, right? I think that we were there for like 2 hours or something.
Oh,
maybe an hour? How long were we there?
Hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gosh, that was so fun. But our boss came in and was like, hey guys, there's 15 minutes left. So like, if you're trying to destroy them, like go, like try and destroy them as much as possible. Right. Which is like, I don't know. I didn't expect that coming from him.
Yeah. We were all like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Right. And so, so that kind of like gave us some, when your boss tells you to do something, you do it,
wind, man. Yeah.
Like we were all a little tired. We're like, yes, sir. Yeah. And we just started going,
way harder than before.
Oh yeah. And gosh, it's so satisfying because like there's like a certain form, that like they tell you like put it over your head and throw it and release with your fingers straight out, pointing at the there's like something like that. But when you just pitch it, like as hard as you can.
I mean, I was like leaning over, and by the end of my follow through, I was like all the way to the left, throwing with my right arm. Like,
and like your left foot was like hanging behind you in the area. But like when you just throw it and like, because normally it's like wing wing bop, right? And it sticks, but when you throw it, it's like boom, and it just like hits it so hard it sticks in. Oh, it's amazing. Anyway, so the very end of like the whole thing, right? do you want to tell her?
I want you to talk about what happened with our other coworker and the board that you were at the very end in the pivotal moment.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So me and my coworker were at ours, and we destroyed it pretty good, right? I was inspired by Justin, and we started going at it.
I don't think he was. I think he was just throwing normal.
Yeah, he was just throwing normally.
He was trying to hit.
And I wasn't throwing it hard like you were. I was just trying to accurately split it.
Okay.
Right?
You were aiming for the one board.
I was aiming for the weak area. Yeah. And so we... Did I hear something from out there?
Yeah, that's Madeline.
Oh, okay.
My wife, she lives here too.
Oh. Morning.
Morning.
I didn't know that she was here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had no idea. So I was like, what the... Okay, so we're throwing... Our board is pretty destroyed, right? Which, like... It's wood, dude. I don't know. Anyway,
it's gonna get destroyed.
And you're throwing axes at it, right?
They probably have pallets and pallets in the back.
So much wood.
2x8s or whatever.
Yeah. So then we're throwing it, and then the lady that's running the whole thing, I think her name was Sarah, which is hilarious. It was either Sarah or somebody that I knew from high school, like the name from somebody that I knew from high school that I did not like, so it kind of worked out.
Okay.
But she walks back to our room and is like, "All right, guys, your time is up." And she sees our board, which is relatively, I mean, not,
Yeah.
Yours is, like...
On the ground.
Wood chips.
Yeah.
You made sawdust. And she walks back and she goes like, whoa, okay, guys. And she has, like, this attitude. Now she's like, okay, guys, you, like, this board, looking at ours, mine and my coworker.
Yeah.
She's like, this board is way too destroyed. If it's this bad, you guys should have moved on. And we just bolt out of there because we did not want her to see yours. We're walking out, and I turn around and I see her, and she's just staring at your board.
Really?
Like, just staring there, like she's like...
Yeah, and here's the other thing. I'm really good at weaseling out of stuff, Yeah. And so, as soon as I could see her walking down towards... I just, like... I was like, okay, that's it, I'm done.
Yeah.
My board was destroyed, I did it. I walk over, I'm like eating my pizza, drinking soda. So even though I was the only one,
you could have, like, if she was like, "Who did this?" You could have been like,
"Yeah,
beats me."
He left. Actually. Yeah. I was the only one at that board the whole time, dude.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I was just...
You're very particular about your stuff. You were like, this is mine.
Yeah, this is mine. No one throw an axe at my board.
Yeah.
Like, I just was she didn't even see me, you know? Like,
No.
she just saw you, our other coworker, your guys' board, and then later she saw my board and she was like, oh my god.
Like, I was somewhat in trouble. Somewhat, you know? And then you were just out of there.
Scotch-free, dude. Yeah.
Amazing.
That was so fun, man.
That was
Why
so
did we
fun.
bring this story up?
I don't know. I think,
Something about golf and axe throwing.
yeah, it was like golf, things I'm naturally good at.
Yeah.
You know,
Axe throwing. Gosh, that was so fun, dude.
That was amazing.
I think Malin and I still have a gift card to go axe throwing.
Oh,
we
nice.
should go again, dude.
Dude, double date?
Yeah.
I don't know if
Gosh,
Sarah
that'd
would
be so
even
fun,
like
dude.
something like that. Maybe she would.
Come on, she would.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Maybe not right now.
No, I don't think she's allowed to. Dude, she is not allowed to do anything. Dude,
Really?
that's something that we could talk about
Okay.
for the last couple minutes. We're at about an hour right now, so we can wrap it up. But we, if you live in the, you know, Treasure Valley area, man, we are talking about a lot of Idaho stuff today. So this is pretty fun. There's a place called Wahoo's. Used to be called Boondocks.
There's a Boondocks in Utah, actually.
Really?
I saw it, yeah.
Dude, I want to go to Boondocks.
Yeah.
I miss I still have a hacky sack that has Boondocks on it.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty
that's
sick.
cool.
So yeah, we went to Wahoo's recently, and Wahoo's is like a family fun center sort of thing. I bet every place has a place like that.
Something like that.
We have this place called Wahoo's. It's right next to Roaring Springs, which is like a huge water park. I'm pretty sure that after they're done with all the renovations, it's going to be like the largest water park in the United States.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
like
I've
it's
heard.
crazy.
That's the rumor.
That's the rumor. So we were going to Wahoo's for one of her work friends' birthdays, and like just going around to all the different things. She couldn't do anything. She couldn't do laser tag. She couldn't do any of the like the bumper carts. She couldn't do the go-karts. She couldn't even do like the slick track, like the slow one. She couldn't do that. She couldn't, you know, that big like room that you sit in and there's like a 3D video and you like shoot stuff. She couldn't do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And like I'm sure she could. Now she couldn't because she's got a big belly. But like before, I'm sure she could have just snuck on. But I'm like, I don't know like what the dangers are.
Yeah,
You know, and like.
yeah.
Like,
Not
I don't,
worth it.
like, imagine something crazy happens and, you know, like, her seat falls, or,
Yeah,
you know, something
something
insane,
crazy,
she gets really badly hurt, and then we can't
Yeah.
get any help from Wahoo's for it, you know, because
Yeah.
we're like, well, the fine, it said do not do it for pregnant.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just...
That's exactly what they sound
Oh,
like.
100%. So, steered clear to that. Like, I was afraid that she wouldn't be able to bowl. She would, we didn't go bowling, but she would have been able to bowl. We also could have gone mini golfing, but we didn't. But yeah, dude, just like, I feel for all you pregnant ladies, man. There's
That's crazy.
so much you can't do.
I've always noticed, you know, some things where it's like, you know, it lists people who shouldn't do that, but
Yeah.
I've never thought about just how limiting that would be.
Yeah, dude. And like, I mean, every time that I'm at Disneyland, I see a pregnant lady, you know, they're everywhere.
On the Incredicoaster.
No. No, but like, I'm like, what, like, you, maybe, I mean, it was probably something like this, right? They bought their tickets, they planned it a year in advance, then they got pregnant, they're like, well, and then they went anyway.
Yeah. She's like, I'm not going to not go to Disneyland.
Yeah, no.
Which, Disneyland,
It's a little different.
it's different.
There's
You
so
can-
much fun stuff you can do.
Yeah, especially if you're like watching your kids experience it. I don't know.
Yeah. And it would probably actually be nice to go to Disneyland and not be able to do all the big attraction stuff, because then you'd be able to see the small stuff
Yeah.
that no one ever sees.
Right.
You know, like that one shop that's in the corner. You're like, did you know that there's a shop where they
Yeah.
sell
And you'd
You
be
know?
waiting in a lot less line.
shields? You're like, what? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's a shield shop. So, yeah.
Is that real?
I have no idea.
Okay. Probably.
I know that there was a place...
You're like, I'm not a pregnant woman.
the last... I mean, how could I know?
Yeah.
My brother, my dad, and I went to Disney a while
Florida.
back. No, Disneyland. And there was like what did you say?
Florida.
No, Disneyland. My parents are Disney freaks.
Okay. didn't
Okay,
know
like
that.
they'll like my dad every once in a while will come to me and be like, "Hey man, if you just pay for the food, we can go to Disney. Like if you pay for your own food, we can go." I'm like, "Dude, you're out there, dude. Like, he's so into
you
Disney.
take
They
him
love
up on
Disney.
that deal, of course.
Yeah, I have a couple times. But so yeah, we went down to Disney, and my brother found this sword. He was like, I'm gonna buy this sword. He didn't end up buying it. We go the next time. He spends his entire time looking for this sword, and it's not available there anymore. He was so upset, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I did buy. I went to the lightsaber workshop thing where you build your own.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
I built a really cool handle. I got a purple crystal, right? So my lightsaber is purple. And it worked maybe 2 times.
And for the people listening at home, you are not African American. So that's kind of cultural appropriation for Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But if I use a specific word, then it's okay.
What?
Mother effer, like Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
I need to clarify which word.
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, you're like, where are we going here?
Yeah.
You're like, we gotta end this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I tried to call them about it, and she was like, if you have a receipt, maybe we can help you.
Wait, for what? You tried to return
my lightsaber. I know. I tried to call and see if like there was anything I could do.
For
like,
what?
Even like send it in and get it fixed because it just stopped working.
It stopped working.
Immediately stopped working.
Yeah.
Like when we left the hotel, I think by then it didn't work or like something crazy, right?
My gosh.
And very expensive. So now I just I don't even want to look at it anymore because it's just a reminder of hundreds of dollars wasted.
Yeah.
So that's
great.
Fun. Love Disneyland.
Yeah. All right, we'll end it there. Thanks a lot for listening, guys. These are always fun. Mm-hmm. I came in here with no idea what we were going to talk about.
And there were a few things we could have talked about more, like video and just like more related to the podcast, but who cares, dude? It's free game chat.
Yeah, it's free game chat, man. We'll have another one of these.
Yeah, we'll cover the stuff sometime.
All right. Kibo, take us out.
Hey, free game, talking gaming day and night. This the show that you've been missing, guaranteed to get you hyped. Up, down, left, start, better charge up your controller. The show is taking over with Justin and with Holden. Hey, phase 10, Halo Reach, Magic the Gathering. Plenty games we talking, cause that's what we got a passion in. Hey, restart, run it back, let's play like we in the arcade. Homie, this is free game, let's go.